Manager Phil Burke after the FA Cup first round proper tie against Newcastle United at home. A 9-2 defeat, Phil. Not used to losing. But what were your thoughts on the game overall?
To be honest, the main emotion really is I'm dead proud of the team, dead proud of the girls. I think you could see in the last 10 minutes that we could not have give any more. They were dead on the feet out of there. We could literally barely move in the end, and but we said at the start all we can do is give what we can give and leave everything out on the pitch, and everybody did that. There wasn't one player that I feel like didn't do that. The team did themselves proud, they did club proud, they did everyone who came down proud. Look, Newcastle are very, very, very good. They're probably the best women's team I've seen that close live, really. Some of the play was outstanding, the pace, the physicality, their intelligence, the movement, everything about them really was top class. So it is what it is. Obviously we've done the best that we can, and that's all we can ever do, really.
Yeah, obviously after going 3-0 down after 14 minutes, it must have felt like a long 75er ahead, but you had two moments in the game, two moments in the first half, when Kendall Charlton nodded home from a corner and Meg Cardenas's absolute cracker from 30 plus yards at least. What were your thoughts on those two moments in particular?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of obviously the start, first of all, I think the occasion did sort of get to us a little bit at the start. Probably had a little bit too much adrenaline. Obviously Newcastle are used to playing in front of, they played in front of like 20 odd thousand before, so nearly 700's nothing to them, but to us that was a huge thing. It was a massive occasion for us. So yeah, I do think that got to us a little bit, and as I said in the previous answer, that last 10 minutes fitness got us, but the 70 minutes between that, if you look at the score, then it was 2-2 in that 70 minutes. We massively competed. The goals are outstanding, and the celebrations just shown what it meant to us to actually have those moments and score 2 goals against a professional team, and to be honest, well, richest club in the world, which is mad again. But yeah, look, we've had them moments, so they were great, and we'll definitely not forget them for sure.
So obviously you mentioned the record attendance then of 668. You must have been really proud and pleased to see that number come and support both obviously Newcastle United today and Unity, which was the swell of support was amazing.
Yeah, unreal. We expected people to come down in numbers today. They did. We've had loads of merchandise sold as well. So in terms of like off-field stuff, like today has been huge for us. Obviously the prize money of the FA Cup, but then what we've made on the gate, what we've made in merchandise. So obviously a huge thank you to everyone from both teams, both sets of fans, for coming down today in the numbers and helping us set a new record. But again, another amazing thing is we managed to outnumber the Toon Army. So, well, it seemed that way anyway. So yeah, just massively proud of everyone involved with the club.
Finally then, Phil, Urmston Meadowside next week in the County Cup quarter-final. How do you get the girls dusted down from the result today and fit and in the right headspace for next week?
Well, I think again, if you just take the amount of positives that there is to take from today, I know the scoreline to people who wasn't here suggests we got absolutely mullered. And listen, for large parts of the game we did get outplayed, and rightly so. They're a professional team, as I keep saying, but we seriously did compete in that 70-minute period. Obviously, I've spoke about the start, I spoke about the end. I actually think in the second half, for that first half an hour, it was 0-0. Just before they got the 6th, we had a big shout for a pen. We had a big shout for the pen in the first half as well, but this one was a stonewall pen for me. Now, I'm not suggesting that if we scored that we'd have got back into the game or we'd have got a result. I'm not suggesting that for a second, but I think if we score that goal and we technically go 1-0 up in the second half, in terms of 0-0 from half time, and we get back to 5-3, I do think that it just gives us that extra 20-25% that they would have needed in the last 10 minutes. But 2 minutes after that penalty wasn't given, they got a soft free kick on the outside of our box and buried it, and then our legs went. But if we play like we played in that 70 minutes, but we also don't give up the way that we didn't give up when we in the periods where we did concede 3 at the start and 4 at the end, we'll achieve so much. I actually believe we'll achieve everything that we aim to achieve this season. This will not define our season. Sunday will be a big part of our season against Urmston. So we need to be as professional as Newcastle were today. We need to go there, get the job done. Don't underestimate them, and make sure we get into the semi-final of the County Cup. And hopefully today kicks us on. The performance kicks us on, and it's just onwards and upwards.
Thanks for your time, Phil, and good luck against Urmston next week.
Thank you, mate.